Hello, my loves. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's an honor to be here today with you and with Moon Books. So say hello in the comments. If you're here, come along and put your name in. You can put where you are as well and say hi. And while you're doing that, I just want to say that if anybody is going to ask any questions today, if you could just write them down and then ask them at the end so we can have them all together at the end. I'll leave about 5 minutes there for you. So for all those that are here now with me and those watching the recording, I just want to encourage you to come into this space to be present. So we're just going to take a few moments. I know you've watched some amazing talks already today, but I want to just take a few moments just to come into this space to open the sacred space. So I invite you to place your hands upon your body, somewhere that feels really good for you. Close your eyes. And we're going to take a few breaths together. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing fully and breathing out fully. Breathing in and really inviting all parts of you in, all thoughts, if they be anywhere else, all parts of you back into your body. As you breathe out, sinking down and relaxing into this space, relaxing into this moment, becoming present with all that you're feeling, all that you're being. Know that you are welcome, that you are safe, that you are held, that you are loved. And this is your moment for you, for your nourishment, for your support, and for your enjoyment. Welcome, welcome. So today I'm going to be sharing with you all about Lupa, Mother of Destiny, She-Wolf of Rome. But first, I want to introduce myself. So for any of you that are new to me, or for those that already know me, that are in my school or my following, here's me again. So I'm Rachel. I'm the author of Lupa and the author of Wolf. I'm also the founder and principal teacher of Wolf Woman Rising Wisdom School. And within that school, I really support you in embodying your truth, embodying trust, authenticity, and courage. And we do that because I want to support you in living a life that is fulfilled so that you can live on purpose and so that you can actualize your destiny. So everything we do in Wolf Woman Rising is all about this, and my books include that as well. So today I'm going to be sharing with you all about Lupa, and Lupa is my first book with Moon Books. You can see her out in November. I do have lots of copies, and Lupa herself is with us today as well. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about her. Why do I call her the Mother of Destiny? Why does she have that title? Who is she? Where does she come from? So before we begin, I do actually want to ask you a question. I want to bring you into the space so we can really reflect on this word destiny. So I'd love for you to put in the comments, whether you're watching the recording or whether you're live, what does destiny mean for you? So when I say destiny, is there a feeling that comes up? Are there words or a sentence, perhaps a memory, a desire, or a wish? Put that in the comments and share with everybody that's watching how that feels for you. Because when we reflect on destiny, when we come into that space where destiny is our theme and what we're working with, Lupa is so present. She really is that mother of destiny. When you choose to work with her, you're going to deepen that work. She is going to take you on that journey, on that path where you're going to remember your destiny, where you're going to choose your destiny, where you're going to find out what it means, what it feels like, truly and deeply. So as a mother of destiny, we're going to explore that a little bit more today, but also we're going to explore who she is in her mythology. So I call her the mother of destiny. This is an insight that I've had that's come through me as I've been working with her, and then deepening as I've written the book, and I've been working with her in courses and workshops. But in her origin, she was known as the she-wolf of Rome. So she's very linked in with the foundation stories of Rome. She's also known as the milk nurse of Rome, mother of the empire, the cave mistress, goddess Lupa. She has many different names. But her main story that comes to us is actually from the foundation story of Rome, although it goes way back before Rome as we know it. So I'm going to share the story a little bit with you, just so you can be introduced to her. So her story is set before Rome really becomes a city, way, way back, many centuries ago. So back to, we think the 9th or 8th century is when kind of the legends and the later Roman writers are saying that this event happened. Although we know that, Rome was established really early on, in the 10th century BC. So the story, the myth of Lupa is mixed up with this foundation story of Rome, where it starts in Alba Longa, which is just south of modern-day Rome, in ancient Latium. So in this story, we start with two young boys, two baby boys, and they are the grandsons of the king of Alba Longa. And this king is usurped by his uncle. So his uncle decides he wants the throne, kicks his brother off, and his grandnephews are deemed by him to be a threat. So these two boys, Romulus and Remus, are sentenced to death by drowning. So their great uncle has them taken by soldiers and says, drown them, be rid of them, be gone. I want to be the almighty king. But I think there must have been a soldier that had some element of conscience there, and he chose to put these babies in a basket. This basket was sent down the river, it flew down the river, down to the feet of Lupa, the she-wolf. And there she was waiting to receive these boys and take them to safety. So in the legend, she took them from the basket and she suckled them. She breastfed them, gave them life, gave them chance, gave them existence at this point. And then perhaps the great uncle found out, because soldiers were sent to come and kill those boys, to find them. And Lupa defended them. When the soldiers arrived at the river bank, she ferociously kept those soldiers away. She howled and was all her mighty wolf self. And those soldiers fled and the babies were safe again. And then Lupa took those babies, took them to her cave. I call the Cave of Destiny. And in that cave, they were suckled. And they go through this initiation within the womb cave, in the cave of the mother in the earth, where when they leave, they become the kings of Rome. So they go and be given to a farmer. They have lots of other stories, lots of adventures. Eventually, long story short, they become the kings of Rome and establish the city of Rome. Now, in remembrance of Lupa and what happened in the cave, Romulus, when he comes to establish his city of his own, he actually chooses Palatine Hill, which is where the cave of Lupa was. So Lupa is central and pivotal to this story. And I remember when I was reading it, and by many of the historians and the contemporaries as well, it's just put, she-wolf just rescued them and took them away. And I remember thinking, gosh, wow, like the coincidence. And like, it's so obvious that this isn't just a she-wolf. And that, what's the chances of a wolf just being there, ready to receive them, suckling them? When she's a predator, they are known for their nurturing and their motherhood, but suckling children and then taking them to safety in their cave. And then in their story as well, I also saw this symbology of the cave, this place where we're taken when we are vulnerable, when we are lost. And there we are transformed. So they went into that cave, these vulnerable babies, that were threatened. They were the grandson of a king, but when they left the cave, after their initiation with Lupa, this is when they actually became kings themselves. They were then ready to be king. And so when we work with Lupa, she will also take you into this cave, or she may even appear when you are in that cave. So any times that you are feeling lost or confused, and you don't understand, why you're going through this pain or this confusion, perhaps you're wondering, who am I? Where am I? What am I? This is when she will appear, and she'll be with you like she was with those boys. She'll go into that cave of destiny and transmute and transform all of that pain to power with you. So she is a powerful ally as Mother of Destiny, and this is why I call her the Mother of Destiny. So that was her story, her myth, but so pivotal was she, and so central was she to really the creation of Rome, that she continued to be a goddess that was venerated, by the ancient Romans, so much so that she became the symbol of the empire, and she is still the symbol of Rome to this day. So she is the mother of the eternal city. Arguably it wouldn't exist without her. She was pivotal in that role. She was the goddess embodied, the goddess epiphany that came down to facilitate this destiny. And so if you've ever wondered about your destiny or your purpose, why you are here, who you're meant to be, then Lupa is a wonderful ally for you. In my book, Lupa, you can actually read the story that I share about her. So I read her story as it was put down by the historians, but this book is really about her reclaiming her title, reclaiming her purpose and her divine role, her purpose, which is to facilitate destiny. So the story that I share in my book, it's a retelling, channeling her voice and sharing what she wants to share in a way that's really going to support you in being all that you can be. You are pure potentiality. You are wonderful. You're amazing. You're unique. You're meant to be here to do something that is meant for you, that has a contribution. Any time that you felt like you don't matter, or you don't know what to do, or, there's nothing special about me, Lupa will tell you a new story. She will remind you how important you are, that you can contribute, that you do have a purpose. In fact, your purpose is just to be here, to exist, to be fulfilled, to be in your body, and that your destiny is unique, and that you have one, and that you are a jigsaw piece that will contribute. You may not become the king of Rome, but your contribution is just as important and so much needed. So that's Lupa, that's who she is and what she does. And I just very briefly want to take you on a very short journey to actually meet her, to feel her for yourself. So I invite you now to come into a space, a place, a position where you're as comfy as possible. You may want to have a little stretch first, a little shake. I'm having some tea. And just get yourself just in a place where you are able to receive and to be present. And just know that you can come back and enjoy this journey as many times as you want to as well. But today we're just going to meet her. We're going to find her and feel and see how she is for you. So I invite you, once you've got yourselves comfy, to close your eyes very, very gently. Again, you can place your hands upon your body, somewhere that feels good and right for you. And again, just come into your breath, just to bring yourself centered, present. Breathing in and breathing out. With each breath out, allowing the body to relax. With each breath inward, coming inward, coming in deeper. Feeling yourself spiraling into the inward world, to the cave within, to the inward space, to your mind's eye, into the caves of your heart and your soul, the place beyond reason and logic. And breathing deeper relaxing more. And in this space, feel the presence of Goddess Lupa coming forth. Feel her coming towards you to be with you, her great white wolf body. Feel her presence around you, near you, within you. Perhaps you noticed her golden eye. Perhaps you reach out a hand to touch her fur. Perhaps you feel her circling you, sniffing or howling. And place your hand upon her body now and allow her to guide you deeper into your mind's eye, into the self. And she's going to take you forward now towards the entrance of a cave. Take one deep breath as you choose to cross the threshold. And walk with her into the cave of destiny. Walk down the tunnel now with Lupa. And as you do so, take your hand upon the walls of the cave, feeling and tracing the rough edge of this tunnel that goes down into the earth. And as you go down in the tunnel, deeper down into the earth, see upon the walls of this tunnel pictures painted. Pictures of your life, of moments, perhaps people, pivotal moments, blissful moments, painful moments. See the figures and the shapes and the colours. Trace your fingers along them. Follow their curves and their edges. Your hand still upon Lupa on the other side, as she guides you deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth. You may stop occasionally at a picture or a scene, something that is meant to be remembered now. Perhaps you are feeling something deep or passing. Just noticing each of these pictures as they pass by, touching them, feeling them. Deeper and deeper into the cave, gradually those pictures become fainter as the tunnel becomes darker and darker, until you find yourself at the bottom of the tunnel where it opens into a large cave. A cavern, an expanse of dark, deep in the tomb of the Earth Mother. And there, Lupa guides you into the center. And in the center, there you both sit upon the earth. Feel yourself lying down, curling into the warm, soft body of the mother wolf. Feel her around you, supporting you. Pop with mother. And feel yourself letting go and relaxing a little bit more. Perhaps taking another deep breath in and out. Feel safe here. Feel seen and heard, returned, remembered. Here back at center. Feel the solid earth beneath you. her strong body around you, the earth above you. And here in this space, we call forth, we bring forth the remembrance of who you are and who you are meant to be. I call on your higher self now, your soul and your heart, to answer these questions with here Lupa as your witness and your support. Who are you? Who are you? And who were you before that? And who were you before even that? And who were you at the beginning and the end? Who are you when you are aligned? Who are you when you are discerning from the truth of self? Who are you when there is nothing but truth? Who are you when you go beyond who you want to be? Who are you? Who are you when you are no longer those judgments, conditions, and limitations placed upon self? Perhaps your child self remembers the baby here in the womb tomb, back here with the mother. Perhaps you remember those things that brought you joy, that lit you up, that turned you on to life. You are safe here to remember. Your truth is safe here. Who are you when you let yourself be? Take a deep breath into all of this, being in the question, perhaps allowing forth to come any images, any words, perhaps any objects that appear, symbols or lights, colours, feelings. Feeling any of that coming forth now. Feeling Lupa's warm breath upon you as you bring forth all of this. What is your destiny? Who are you always meant to be? Who are you? Feel Lupa now as she whimpers to you in affirmation, as she supports you, as she sees you, as she knows you. And in this space, I now affirm this promise, this wish, this prayer for you. You may feel and listen to these words. You may speak them out loud after me or with me. As we come into this space of receptivity and connection to Lupa and destiny. Lupa, Mother of Destiny, as a humble student to my wolf genius, I willingly ask to remember my unique destiny. Within me are the codes of stars and galaxies, and I open my body as a vessel for all that is possible now. I ask for the reclamation of my dreams, those I carry, and the revelation of those I have forgotten. I ask for your guidance as I return to the rule of the Mother, returning to her for realignment, for teachings and guidance only known and received in the cave, the forest, the streams, and the sky. I surrender the ways in which I have decided what should be. And in courageous release and transmutation, I instead choose what could be, with full allowance and trust. I am as a child again, willing to learn, to grow, to listen. Help me to openly receive nourishment from the flow of divine milk, so that I may reach my full potentiality. I act in loving self-compassion every step towards my destiny, and I choose to live on purpose. I also acknowledge that in honoring my unique truth and manifestation, I honor nature and the divine. Help me to be, embody, and express who I was born to be for the benefit of the world, of humanity, of time, of the cosmos. Now is the time. I am ready to make a sacred commitment to live in devotion to this path. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it will be. And so it will be. And so it will be. Know that you are here now for a reason and a purpose. These words were spoken on behalf of your soul, your higher self, your heart, and your living, breathing purpose of being here and now, as you, uniquely as you, with your body, with your words, the way you look, the way you sound. You are sacred, you are sovereign. These words are yours, this experience is yours, this life is yours. Your destiny is yours. And may today mark the beginning. As you birth yourself from the cave of destiny out into the world, and may Lupa support and guide you. May you feel her mighty wolf presence every step of the way. Taking a deep breath again, in and out. Taking any of the words, the images, the colors, the shapes, the symbols that you received, and rise up now with Lupa, your guide, by your side. You're going to journey back now up through, out of the cave, up through the tunnel, leaving the darkness behind you, rising as we always do from the cave back out into life. Feel yourself stepping up and up and up. Again, your hand placed upon Lupa as she guides you through the darkness back out towards the light. Take as long as you need to take, returning back to the entrance of the cave and outside into the light. Back across the threshold. Here you are, wonderful you, fabulous, amazing you, as you are meant to be. And so spending any last minutes, any moments, any words, any questions with Lupa, presencing them. And then when you're ready, Lupa will for now leave. Then she will stay with you energetically, but for now, it is done. It is done. And she goes back towards the cave and down the tunnel, and you return gently and softly to your body, taking another deep breath in and out as we finish this brief journey with Lupa. Take a deep breath in, sighing that breath out. You may want to give your body a little shake or a stretch before you open your eyes again. Just take a few moments just to be present, to process all that was there with you, all that was shown, seen and heard and felt. And know that this recording will be here on the Facebook page of Moonbooks and on YouTube, for you to watch as many times as you want and to experience this journey again and again. That's what you need. Use any time that you want to come to deepen in your understanding of your destiny. Perhaps receive some wisdom or some guidance on the path or the steps you need to take. Or any time that you're feeling lost, that you don't know where to go next or who you are, any moments of doubt, you can use this journey, or you can just call upon Goddess Lupa and be with her. Whoa. So I invite you, if anybody wants to share in the comments any experiences you had, perhaps any words that came forth, any symbols that came forth down in the cave of destiny, or perhaps you want to write yourself an affirmation. My destiny is, or I am. And you can put them in the comments, or you can also send them to me. You can message me, at Wolf Woman Rising. You can find me Instagram or Facebook. Or you can come into my Facebook group, Wolf Woman Rising Community, and share there with my community, and we will discuss and we'll explore more about Lupa. So if anybody has any questions, then we do have just over 5 minutes if anybody wants to ask anything. If you're watching the recording, I will keep an eye on this video for the next few days and answer any questions if you are, watching this in the future, and I will answer them there if you're not present now. And while you're writing any questions, if there are any questions, then the invocation that I read to you in the cave was from my book Lupa as well. So there are 3 invocations here in this book in different ways that you want to connect to her. So there's one specifically for when you need an ally in the darkness. The one I spoke with you for you was for when you are calling on Lupa as the mother of destiny. And then there's also one here for when you need the fierce protection of the mother. So she does embody the energy of the mother wolf. And I explore that more in my second book, Wolf, all about the different archetypes of the wolf, both within the wolves as living wolves, and also the wolves, as archetype energy deities. So when you come work with me with Lupa, she embodies that energy of the mother wolf, and helps you to embody and connect to that, to emulate that. And the mother wolf in particular has this protective energy that is about birthing, that is about bringing the young forth, all that potentiality forth, helping you to grow and become all that you need to be. And then also, within that I talk about grandmother wolf, father wolf, grandfather wolf. They all have their their own different magic and energies that they can deliver. So I'm just going to give a few moments in case there are any questions that anybody wants to share. Oh, fabulous. So my destiny is my teacher, Dorothy shares. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Beautiful and really potent words there. Yes. So every time we come back to this place, you know, of exploring our destiny, we learn something new. We need to learn something new about ourselves and about the world. And then all that knowledge that we gain, it's important that we embody that into wisdom. And then that wisdom, well, the point of knowledge is to share it. The point of knowledge is to make this world a better place. I always think, like, I studied a degree in history and a master's, and, you know, we filled our head of history, and I always thought, well, what's the point of all this stuff? If it's not shared, it's not going to make this world a better place. And we're all teachers, you know, we all have something to teach. And it's a responsibility, but it's also a gift, you know. We teach in the way that we are, the way that we act, the way that we speak. Our choices are a teacher. We can teach in purposeful ways, you know, actually being a teacher in that teaching role. Or we can teach just by being ourselves, I think, by being in our authentic way of being for us. We teach others to also that it's safe and it's okay to be themselves, that when we kind of claim our own value and our own worth, you know, and say, this is who I am, this is who I'm going to be, that teaches everybody else to also kind of claim that and be that. So celebrating all the ways that we teach and all the ways that we can teach, and all the wonderful teachers out there that choose that as their role, and all those teachers out there that it is their destiny to bring forth knowledge, transmute it into wisdom. I celebrate you and I thank you for being wonderful. Is there any more sharings or questions? Sue says, thank you, wonderful meditation. Thank you, Sue. Thank you for being here, for being present. And thank you for taking that journey for you. Thank you, Rosemary. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Long Man Tarot. Oh, I like that name. Thank you. That's a powerful journey. Lupa is a powerful goddess, and it is her time to be remembered now. It truly is. I remember looking back at all of these histories and these sources, you know, trying to find her amidst all of these writings, you know, and she was always put as just the she-wolf. It's like, gosh, you know, she has such a pivotal role, one would not exist without her. And it really is her time to come forth. And I invite you to work with her deeper, whether that be through my book or, you know, researching or journeying with her yourself, or all the resources that I have. I have guided meditations with her. As well as, you know, courses and things where you can work with her deeper and with the course as well. So please do come and connect, you know, in a deeper way, find out more about her. So this book is out in November, and you'll be able to get that. Like I said, enjoy this journey as many times as you want. If there's anything you want to ask or share with me after this video and after we've finished, then you can do as well. So we do have 5 minutes left if there's any other questions that anybody wants. Or I could just keep on talking. I was actually considering just howling for 45 minutes. One of the embodiment practices I do with my students is we howl, you know, for healing. I was like, you think Chef would let me get away with just howling for 45 minutes? It's very therapeutic. So you can all howl if you want to. I support you fully in your howling. Please do go for it. It's funny because whenever I howl here at my home, all the dogs in the local kind of neighborhood, and they all start joining in, and then we end up with like this whole village, this chorus of howling going on. It's really quite wonderful. So any questions about Lupa, you can ask me anything about her history, anything about her teaching, anything about wolves. I love to talk about wolves. Oh, thank you, Trevor. And thank you, Trevor. He's our father wolf here at Moon Books. Protecting and guiding us all. It's all howl for Trevor. Ow! Oh, and Rachel for supporting and facilitating all of this. I mean, there's such a wonderful team at Moon Books. I was just saying before to Rachel that it's such a family here at Moon Books, and it feels like you are part of a pack, you know, that you're supported as a reader and as a writer, and that is really special. It's such a gift, you know, in this time when community, you know, it's really difficult sometimes. We're often so separated or behind our screens, you know, having a community where we can, and a space where we can come together like this to share and to be is really a gift. It truly is. Oh, a question. Thank you for Long Montaro. Do you celebrate Lupercalia? Yes, I do. So I personally celebrate it. I use it as a time to connect into Lupa. Again, in my book, I actually share quite a lot about Lupercalia. So the origins of it, how it was celebrated by the Romans, and then also some suggestions in how to celebrate it. Because some of the ways that it was celebrated in the past just aren't possible. I mean, I wouldn't recommend stripping off naked and running around Rome and whipping people. You might not get arrested, but you might get arrested. But, you know, Lupercalia really is the festival that is celebrated for Lupa in honor of her. So it's her primary time to connect with her. I'll be leading a huge Lupercalia festival celebration online next February. Just why I pop it in the diary. Just very briefly, how long have we got? 3 minutes. Okay, very, very briefly. For those who haven't heard of it, it's a really good question. Thank you for asking. So the Lupercalia is this festival that was they don't even know. Even the ancient Romans didn't know how long it'd been going on for. It'd always been done. But they believed that it was kind of in memory of Romulus. So Romulus, you know, when he became king, he took this route like a wolf and marked his territory and ran around the city. So it went from the cave of Lupa and then went around the city and returned, and there were various rituals and rites that were involved. So the young men of Rome would actually recreate this run. They would go from the cave of Lupa, which was still there at the beginning of the ancient Roman periods. Possibly still there now. They might have just discovered it. And they would have rituals and rites with, you know, milk and blood, and then they would actually do this run around, you know, and there's various things that went along the way that, you know, to do with fertility, you know, like said, whipping people that wanted to get pregnant, those types of things that went on, you know, big connections with the fig and the fig tree, and they talk about the fig and fig essence and its all of its powers and stuff in this book as well. So that festival is for Lupa, really celebrating her, and I choose to celebrate her at that time. The very first time I actually met Lupa was during her festival. She just came forth. I'd never heard of her, but it was around this time. So if you want an alternative Valentine's Day, where you're being with the wolves, being with your wolf self, maybe, instead of raisins and chocolates and things. Yeah, I encourage you to learn more about Lupercalia. You know, come buy my book and then find out a little bit about the history, and then, you know, find ways to celebrate it for you. Thank you for asking that question, my presencing all of that. That was really helpful. Okay, we're at the time. So thank you so much for being present. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being you, for being all that you are, and for your unique destiny. So come find me, come connect. Sending you lots and lots of love for now. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day with the rest of the talks. I hope you enjoy them, and this whole day nourishes you. And thank you so much. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be.